in this day and age, and I feel like it's after they told us not to give her no medicine for a couple of days, and it was a whole year really of just weaning her off meds, getting her new meds. It takes time to find the right medicine for a person dealing with a mental illness, but when we found the right one, it was like magic, because people who have schizophrenia or bipolar, they're always referring pills, right? But pills are not good in a sense, because when they feel like they're okay, they stop taking them. And then you have to go through the whole process of them getting back on the pills, and it turns into a cycle. I found a therapist, and that I was going to for my mental capacity, because going through that with my mom, it really like did something to me. So when I talked to the therapist, she said, ask your mom's doctor about this shot. It was called Hollandol. They have it in pills, but it's a shot method, and you take it once a month. And now when I found out about that, she's been on that shot since 2015. And let me tell you, my mom is, she can stay in the house by herself. She can watch my kids. She can cook. She can clean. Like, she can do whatever she wants. And because I always tell people now, when they say somebody they dealing with mental health, I say ask about the shot, because a shot, I would recommend the shot 100% more than any pill, because if you miss it once, like if you miss your shot the next month, it don't just leave your system, because it's in your system. So it's not like when you skip a pill, you're gonna have symptoms. Like the shot, you can, if you, like one time we was on vacation, she missed her shot for like 2 weeks. She didn't have no like symptoms, because it's in her blood system. So the shot really works, and that was a breakthrough for us, because without the shot, I feel like we would still be going through the same process like a lot, because like I said, when they're on the pills, they think they're fine, they stop taking them, and then it's like a repeating cycle. So the shot really, I recommend the shot if anybody's dealing with it. It's just like a big breakthrough for us.
For sharing. Wow. And people are like, oh, she sounds like she's helping somebody. Friends, if you're listening, she's helping us. Because the first part is one, knowing your limits, right? And the hope was that you could take your mom in, but it was unsafe. So you had to say, Mom, I can't do this. I got to look out for my children. Your sister tried. She had to know her limits. Mom, we can't do this. But when they set some boundaries and things like that, so Mom was like, all right, I'm not about the street life. I need some help. And she was open and receptive. This is the other thing that blows my mind. When a professional came out to the house to come see her, within 3 questions, they knew what was going on. And this is why it's so important to reach out to a professional in the area that you need support in. You know, if you go to a car dealer or a mechanic and he's been working on cars for a while, he gonna know, oh, that's what this is. That's what that is, that sort. So when we go to the person that specializes in that area, they can help you to pinpoint what's going on. The other part was the importance of you being an advocate for your mom. Right? I work with numerous clients, and they got on medications and things of that sort. And I will go to the med appointment and say, okay, that's too much meds, or if that's not enough meds and things of that sort, to really gauge how it is going, because everybody's body is different. You know, sometimes you got to cut it down, sometimes you got to increase it, depending on everybody's tolerance level. So you being an advocate for your mom to make sure she was getting the services and support that she needed, commendable. And then that part of having patience. Friends, if we're really trying to help somebody, we got to have some patience, because it takes some time to go through to find out what's best for them. It's like when you're trying to find out what your baby likes to eat, right? You have a child and it was like, oh, the baby didn't like this. Oh, the baby didn't like that. And God forbid if you bought a whole case of something and the baby didn't like it, you know, you got to go through that process of being patient and finding out what it is that best works. And then again, going to a therapist. Y'all know we normalize over here talking about mental health. Going to therapy, one, you was going for yourself, but then in talking about what was going on and things like that, so you be like, have you considered the shot? There are other options, but again, if we don't speak about what's going on, we can't get the help that we need for those that we're trying to support. So friends, know your limits.
Right.
Go to a professional, advocate, have patience, and then go to a therapist and open up about what's going on so that you can get what you need. So many good points. Yes.
My mom was undiagnosed for the first 21 years of my life. So me and my sister endured a lot of things that most kids shouldn't, like, just because no one knew what was going on with her. So, like I said, we got put out of places because she was being loud or rowdy, I actually went to like 9 different elementary schools growing up, just because of her situation. She was undiagnosed, and we just was constantly moving around. And that was hard on me, my sister, because that makes a kid unstable when you're just constantly bouncing from house to house or home to home or shelter to shelter. So my mission, right now, even without the titles, even the pageant titles, is to go into schools, have like lunch and learns, talk to kids or counselors to see if they have kids that come in and say, their parents, whatever, maybe talking to themselves or doing crazy, like out of the ordinary things. Like my mom, I know she used to take showers with clothes on because she said people were watching her, like stuff like that. Like I talked to them about that, because if they know something's abnormal, I can get resources to help them get the help that they need for their parents and for them, because even though they may feel fine, but one thing about mental illness is it skips generations. So just because I don't have it, that don't mean my kids can't develop it, and it might not attack them now, but it can attack you later on in your adult years too. And it's sometimes more, 9 out of 10 times it's transpired by like a trauma. So I know for my mom, we noticed signs when I was a little kid, like 6 years old. We noticed stuff. It wasn't as full force, but when my stepdad died, it was like it hit head on. Like she became like violent, like it was really serious. So that's why it's my mission to like help other families. Like love on yourself and keep the faith. I feel like a lot of people have so little faith in this day and age, and I feel like it's after COVID, everybody's just been like more down. I feel like people should just remember that God loves us, and just remember he just wants you to keep pressing forward.
Yes.
Tune in on Facebook or on YouTube by searching Chozen Counselors on Mondays at 8 p.m.